Good morning, friends. My name is Kolajivel, Chartered Accountant, Company Secretary, Cost Accountant, Law Graduate, basically postgraduate in Commerce. We are going to discuss about process costing today. I will read out the problem, explain the concept, then we can work out the problem. A product is manufactured in two sequential processes, namely process 1, process 2. The following information relates to process 1. At the beginning of June 2019, there were 1000 units of work in progress, 60% completed in terms of conversion cost in the inventory, which are valued at rupees 2,86,020, material cost 2,55,000 and conversion cost 31,020. Other information relating to process 1 for the month of June 2019 is as follows. Cost of material introduced 40,000 units is rupees 96,80,000. Conversion cost added rupees 18,42,000. Transferred to process 2 is 35,000 units. Closing work in progress is 1,500 units. 60% completed in terms of conversion cost. 100% material are introduced to process 1 at the beginning. Normal loss is estimated at 10% of input materials excluding opening work in progress. We are required to prepare a statement of equivalent units using the weighted average cost method and thereby calculate the following. Calculate the value of output transferred to process 2 account and closing work in progress account. This is the problem given. I explain the process costing first, then we can solve the problem. The company is having two processes, namely process 1 and process 2. In the process 1 account, all material introduced. There is no material introduced in process 2. Only one place material will be introduced and transferred to next process is called process 2. We are talking about the process costing in June 2019. At the beginning of the month of June 2019, there were opening work in progress which is 1000 units. Out of 1000 unit, 60% completed in terms of conversion cost. That means is what? Out of opening work in progress of 1000 units, 60% conversion cost is completed. That means remaining 40% to be completed in this process, then it will be considered as finished goods. So whatever completed, 60% completed, which is having cost, two costs, namely material as well as conversion cost. The total completed portions is rupees 2,86,020. Total cost of work in progress is 2,86,020. Out of 2,86,020, material cost portions is 2,55,000 and conversion cost is 31,020. Put together is rupees 2,86,020. Other information is also given in the problem with respect to process 1 for the month of June 2019. So in process 1, we are taking opening work in progress, that means a closing work in progress of previous month, and in addition to that, we are introducing a new raw material for 40,000 units. The rupees will be 96,80,000. Then it is converted into final product. In addition to opening work in progress, the conversion cost incurred here is 18,42,000. From process 1 account, we are transferring process 2 account as well. How many units? 35,000 units. This should be considered as finished goods in process 1 account. Then we are maintaining a closing work in progress here by 1500 units. Out of 1500 units, 60% of cost completed in terms of conversion cost. All the materials is introduced in process 1 account itself. There is no further introduction in process 2. The management is expecting, the company is expecting or estimating the normal loss will be 10% of input material. That means is what? If we give as an input 100 units, then out of 100 units, 10 units will be a normal loss. the remaining 90 will be the output. So here we have to note that whenever we are calculating normal loss, we have to look into whether the normal loss should be calculated on the total input taken here or only new material introduced here. Here it is specifically given we have to estimate the normal loss of input material and exclude the work in progress. That means is what? We should not calculate normal loss on opening work in progress. Then what are the things we have to work out under this problem? We have to calculate equivalent units based on what? Weighted average cost method. Then after calculating number of units, equivalent number of units using weighted average cost method, we have to evaluate the closing stock. Closing stock in the sense finished goods as well as work in progress using what? Weighted average cost method. Then we are moving to working part. Right. Statement showing equivalent production. We need 8 columns just like in the screen. The first column should be particulars column. It should be moderate. Then input units column. It should be a small column. Then the next column, particulars once again. It should be little bit big. Then output units. Next we are preparing equivalent production. Under equivalent production, there are two kinds. One will be called material. One will be called conversion cost. Under material, we need a 2 column. The first column would be percentage. The second column would be units. Then go to conversion cost column. We need a 2 column under conversion cost, percentage and units. Sometimes what will happen? There will be a 3 category: material, labor and overhead. Here only 2 column: material and conversion cost. So under material and conversion cost, we need a 2 column: percentage and units. Now I will explain what is the equivalent production. Equivalent production is nothing but converting a work in progress into equal number of final product. Converting work in progress into equivalent number of final product. Say for example, there is 100 units of work in progress, then 75% is completed. Instead of telling 100 units of work in progress, 75% completed, then we can say straight away 75 units completed. It is not realistic units or physical units will not be available. 75 units will not be available. It is notionally we are calculating for inventory valuations purpose. There will be a complication while evaluating work in progress. That is the reason why converting all work in progress into equivalent number of final product, then we are evaluating the inventory. So this is called equivalent production. Then what is the normal loss? Normal loss is expected loss from any process. Normal loss is expected loss from any process. Say for example, we are introducing 100 units in the process and the management is expected, it is an inherent risk or unavoidable risk, it will happen. So the management is expecting that for getting this much of output, there will be an inherent risk and loss and unavoidable loss, then it should be classified as normal loss. Say for example 10%, then out of 100 units of input, 10% become normal loss. That means is what? 10 units will be normal loss and 90 units become output. This will be called as normal loss. Abnormal loss is what? The management is expecting 10% is normal loss for this business, but 12% loss. That means is what? So more by 2%. So the 2% will be called as abnormal loss. That means it is more than the expected loss will be called as abnormal loss. Then we are moving to working part. Go to particulars, write opening work in progress. Opening WIP. This WIP is given in the problem itself, 1000 units. Now we have to take opening work in progress that should be converted into final product. Then we should move to the new units of raw material for converting into final product. Write opening work in progress and the outer column write 1000 units. Then go to particulars, write units introduced. That means whatever raw material introduced. So unit introduced, outer column write 40,000 units. So totally 1000 plus 40,000 41,000. Totally 41,000. Number of units is taken for process under process 1 account in June 2019 is 41,000 units. Then out of 41,000 units, we are transferring final product to process 2 account to the extent of 35,000 unit. Yes or no? It is also given in the problem. Then go to second particulars. Write completed and transferred to process 2 account. Completed and transferred to process 2 account and output units 35,000 units. It is given in the problem. Then one more information is given. Normal loss. Normal loss to be calculated on whatever unit introduced. So unit introduced here is 40,000 which is given in the problem. So calculate normal loss 10% on 40,000. So normal loss is 4,000 units. Go to output column, update 4,000 units. Then closing work in progress is also given at the end of the problem is 1,500 units. Right? In particulars, closing work in progress is 1,500 units. So now totally 35,000 units plus 4,000 unit plus 1,500 units. How much? 40,500 units. So how much input? 41,000. What is output? 40,500. Remaining 500 units is what? Abnormal loss. Remaining abnormal loss. That should be called as balancing figure here. Put balancing figure, abnormal loss, 500 units, balancing figure. Now see, the input units is 41,000 and output unit is also 41,000 units. Did you get it? Fine. Then go to equivalent production column, go to material column, under percentage, write 100%. Against 35,000 unit, write 100%. Why? Because it is a finished goods. So all the material is introduced here itself. So everything is completed. So that it should be called as 100%. So there is no further introduction. Only one place material is introduced. 100% completed. Then 35,000 units of output into 100 is how much? 35,000 units. Update in under unit column. Then go to conversion column. Write the same way 100%. Why? It is a finished goods. That means it's what? Completed here itself. So 100% is completed. Put 100% against units. Write 35,000 units. Then go to next line. See, normal loss is 4,000. Already we have derived. Against 4,000 under equivalent production put dash 100 unit dash 100% dash 100 units dash. Why? Why? Because normal loss will be absorbed by the good units of production. That is the reason why we are not updating anything here. Leave or put 0. Then abnormal loss. So abnormal loss, just like other product, it should be evaluated here. So go to material column, under percentage, put 100% and write 500 units. Then go to conversion column, write 60% and units. 500 into 60% is what? 300 units. Update under units column. Then go to closing work in progress column. With respect to material, you have to update 100%, 1,500 units. Why? Because material is introduced itself is 100%. Write 1,500 units. Go to conversion cost column. Write 60%. So 1,500 into 60% is what? 900 unit. Update the units under conversion cost. Now total material column 35,000 unit plus 500 units plus 1,500 unit. The total number of units under material column will be 37,000 units. Then go to conversion cost column, add 35,000 units plus 300 units plus 900 units. The total number of units under conversion cost column will be 36,200 units. Update. Then we are moving to next part of the questions. We have to calculate the closing value and closing value of work in progress and whatever goods transferred from process 1 account to process 2 account. From process 1 account, we are transferring 35,000 units to process 2 account. So number of units 35,000 units. What would be the cost? So cost is unknown. That should be calculated. How it should be calculated? So 35,000 units should be multiplied with the cost per unit. Then automatically we will be getting total cost. So here cost per unit is not available at this moment. So we have to calculate cost per unit. So cost per unit means is what? Total cost divided by total number of units produced. Yes or no? Fine. So total cost we have to calculate. That should be divided by number of units. But here the total cost should be taken based on average method, and number of units here is not just like other method. Here we have to take equivalent number of units. Already we have calculated equivalent number of units. Put to working note, computation of cost for each element or cost element. So we need a 4 column. First column should be particulars, second column material, third column conversion, and final column would be total. Go to particulars column, write what are the cost incurred here. That should be updated using average method. So average method is nothing but we have to take a previous cost with whatever cost incurred here. So whatever cost incurred earlier should be updated first. So write in the particulars cost of opening work in progress. Go to material column, write 2,55,000. It is given in the problem itself. Go to conversion column, write 31,020. It is also given in the problem within bracket. So add material and conversion cost, update the total column. It will be 2,86,020. Then go to particulars, write cost incurred during the month. Go to material column, update 96,80,000. It is given in the problem itself. Then go to conversion column, update 18,42,000. It is also given in the problem itself. Then add material and conversion cost. Then update the total column. So 96,80,000 plus 18,42,000 is 1,15,22,000. Then total it. Total material cost 2,55,000 plus 96,80,000 will be 99,35,000. Total the conversion cost column 31,020 plus 18,42,000. The total cost of conversion will be 18,73,020. So add material total cost and conversion total cost 99,35,000 plus 18,73,020. In the outer column write 1,18,08,020. So go to particulars column, write equivalent units. Already we have derived equivalent units towards material and conversion cost. So under material we have derived 37,000 units is equivalent units. So update here 37,000 units. Go to conversion column, update 36,200, which is derived from equivalent production statement. Now we have to arrive cost per equivalent units. So the total cost of material 99,35,000 and the equivalent number of units is 37,000. Divide 99,35,000 divided by 37,000. You will be getting 268.51 as cost per equivalent units. Then go to conversion cost column. So total cost is 18,73,020. Equivalent units 36,200. Divide 18,73,020 by 36,200 equivalent units. Then you will be getting 51.74. Now we have to take the total average cost for evaluating the finished goods of 35,000 units. So add 268.51 plus 51.74 and update the total column as 320.25. Now we have a cost per unit for evaluating a final product and transfer to process 2 account. So already we have 35,000 unit and completed in process 1 account and transferred to process 2 account for further processing. So multiply 35,000 unit with 320.25 which is derived now. Then the total cost of completed goods will be 1 crore 12 lakh 8,750. Value of completed units is equal to 35,000 units into 320.25 is equal to 1 crore 12 lakh 8,750. Then we have to evaluate work in progress. So work in progress is having two costs. The first cost will be material. The second cost will be conversion cost here. So work in progress is nothing but a combination of material and conversion cost. The total material cost plus conversion cost is equal to work in progress. So with respect to material, what would be the number of units, equivalent number of units? 1500 units. So value of closing work in progress, open the bracket material, 1500 units into 268.51. Update 4,02,765. Then value of closing work in progress with respect to conversion cost, the number of units is not 1500 units, it is 900 units. Why? Because we have to take only equivalent number of units. So open the bracket, 900 units into 51.74. Update the outer column, 46,566. Now total value of closing work in progress is nothing but 4,02,765 plus 46,566. Totally 4,49,331. The value of closing work in progress is nothing but 4,49,331. So we have learned how the statement of equivalent production to be prepared, what are the things to be considered, how normal loss to be calculated, how abnormal loss to be calculated, how equivalent production to be derived from the work in progress, and how the total cost to be calculated and average cost to be calculated and cost per equivalent unit to be calculated, how this cost should be applied, when it should be applied, how the value of closing stock to be evaluated and closing work in progress to be evaluated. This is what we have learned today. Then we can meet in the next session. Thank you.